I'll record it so that I can send it later on for
Yeah.
anybody. We'll wait for a
I
couple of
don't
people to get on, and if not, it'll just be me and you, and then you can grill me on all the questions, and then we can rock forward.
I don't since I haven't used it since the COVID days because I have PTSD from it and I don't remember how to make my camera work. My phone's been stupid.
There's a
It's not if nobody joins. Oh well, I was gonna say, are we being recorded right now? Hello, everybody.
yep, we are being recorded.
Okay, well then I won't say anything inappropriate. At least right.
Oh goodness. So how are you guys making it over there?
We're making it. We went to hold on. Wait, where did it go? Okay, hold on. I think I got it. Oh hi.
There we go.
Well, we went to Bell yesterday with Chelsea, but this morning, I guess in my sleeping, I turned off the alarm, so I didn't go today. So I'm feeling guilty. So Adam and I went on a walk though. So
Okay, good. Good.
yeah, yeah. I'm hold on. I gotta find something to hold my phone up. Sounds
Okay.
lazy. Hmm. We cleaned up our backyard and I can't find anything.
I like it.
Yeah. I even planted.
What are you planting over there?
Hold on. Let me see if I can turn it around. I don't know if it'll let me. Maybe if I did this way. See my plants?
Yeah, they look good. Oh, your
Yeah.
backyard looks really good.
Thanks. Well, we decided we'd better, we've been in the house for a year, so maybe not look like renters. You know.
Okay.
I don't know if Taylor or April, I haven't talked to them today, so I don't know if they're going to join or not.
Totally cool. So
So,
we'll just start and then
okay.
I'll explain the whole thing. So I reached out to some gyms. I was like, hey, trying to explain the situation. Hey, this is what we got going on. I don't know how long I'm going to be homeless. Can I rent some space? What do you want to do? So this first gym, 280
Got this.
Sports. This is the South Lake gym. Yep.
Okay.
The owner was like, hey, this is what we do for all of our clients. We don't really, we do kind of semi personal training. We don't really do a lot of classes. We have a guy who's in transition between facilities. He's a baseball guy who does his strength and conditioning over here, and he does this over here, right? So I walked in. It's a very very nice and clean place. Has everything you could want and more, and that's really what drew me to that, right?
Yeah.
The only caveat to it is that he's like, look, everybody has to pay a membership fee. I'm like,
Yeah.
I was like, the girls are never going to use it outside of training with me, right?
Right.
I said they're only there for the summer. They're only there for sport. And so I was like, look, and he's like, and the packages need to be set apart where they have to be this minimum cost. And I was like, okay. So I can't even really set my price per se, with them. Right. So I was like, okay, well, if I can do this, I said, well, let me do this. And let me just go back and let me ask if I can get these amount of girls and they can sign up at the same time. Will you give me any break on membership? So I just sent him a text on that yesterday because he told me it was 75 per person no matter what. So I got him to agree to doing 60 per person. So I was like,
Okay.
okay, great. So I was like, you know what? I'll tell the girls and the parents or whatever that I'll eat half of that cost. So when we pay this, 600, I'll tell them that part of that 600 will come out of the membership, so to speak, for them to be
Okay.
associated with there. The reason why I like it so much is if we're going to be this intricate for these 16 sessions for the month, is it's like fantasy land essentially
Yeah.
for a trainer and a coach. Every bit of machinery that I could ever ask for is in there, and um, as far as modifications for girls that have a hip issue or etc. issue, I have a way to work around it. I have more hamstring tools than I've ever had the ability to use in one place at a time. And this is kind of the vision for the new location. Don't get me started on that right now, but
Yeah.
is that, well, we're going to have this specialized equipment in that personal training area on the other side. So these machinery, selectorized equipment that would help them to get to the next level. Um, so they have a turf area, so you could be doing pushing sleds on. They have a gymnastic area, so you could be doing plyometrics and jumping on. And then we have cardio equipment if we needed to use those for sprints or etc. Then we have a whole suite of weight training area, and we still have a rack. It's very similar to what we had in the gym, so I could utilize with them as well. So I mean, like every machine that I could ask for is there.
Yeah.
It's very professional, very personalized, and very polished. So it is a higher price point, and it is a farther away. I just got word back from another gym today, CrossFit Fort Worth East. This is quite the opposite. It's 2,500 square feet total. That's everything. It's 2,500 square feet. They have enough equipment to do a couple things with, but I feel the training would be limited for the girls because they're pure CrossFit.
Yeah.
They don't have anything less than a 45-pound bar or a 35-pound bar. Um, only wood boxes, no padded boxes whatsoever. I'm like, we can't jump. I mean,
Yeah.
some of those girls will never jump. Very similar, like, hey, for every single person you bring in here, hey, they can train as much as they want, but you're going to have to pay $129 per person. Like, okay, right? There is no AC, none.
Oh, I mean, hey, I'm old school. I'm like, make them sweat, but I get it.
Yeah, I'm cool with it, but they're going to die.
Yeah.
Um, it's right off 183, right? So it may be closer to some of the parents, it may not be, depending on the
Yeah.
spread of the kids. And I just got word I talked to the owner literally yesterday, so I just secured that as of yesterday as a
Yeah.
possible. I didn't commit. I just said, hey, I got to talk to my parents, let them know what's going on, etc. The Going back to the other good thing about the Fort Worth East facility is that I can have all the girls at once, right? It doesn't have to be 2 separate hours or etc. I'm just being overcautious because I know what it's like training in a facility. And this is, the South Lake facility is 6,000 square feet.
Yeah.
The Fort Worth East facility is 2,500.
Yeah.
Well, when I go in there, I know that I for sure could have 2 groups of 2 doing exactly these machines, doing exactly this setup, and I can get them exactly where I want them.
It's
If
a
I
better
do, it's a better place.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. So I was kind of like, I can accommodate this, but then I'm not going to give them the option to make up the decision themselves. If they
Yeah.
want to train it, if everybody wants to see it, they just want to meet me up there and they go, hey, I want to see it. I don't know, I don't believe it, it's that good or whatever. I could go drive and take video. I mean, I train the girls because I like to train them.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. The
Well, how many
athletes,
do you have right now?
huh?
How many yeses do you have right now? Or
I
is it all
have two
lost
or
or?
three, two or three. Like one that was like, I'll train wherever. It was Sadie Lovato. I
Oh,
don't know.
yeah.
Sadie
Yeah. We know.
Lovato. Yeah, he was like, we'll train wherever. Just say it.
Yeah.
Nash, I haven't heard back from. Van Zant was like, okay, so if you have 2 groups of girls, will you chain them back to back? How will you do that? Et cetera, et cetera. And I was like, this is the way that we'll do it.
Yeah.
So, and then some of them I haven't heard from.
Yeah. A couple of them were on that list from last year when I sent that text out.
Mhm.
And they reached out to me and they were like, who? And I was like, okay, so I gave them the rundown, but they're all pretty much committed to like they're varsity cheerleaders now. So they're doing camp and all of that stuff. And then I know some of the high schools are, I'm not going to speak on behalf of anybody, but I was told that the high schools are providing conditioning. And so now that they're going into high school,
Yeah,
um,
they're doing performance course or something like that,
yeah.
which I'm very familiar with. I get it. I get it.
So, oh, that, Addie's in, Sadie's in, and the other 2 that I was talking to you about, I'm not going to speak on behalf of them, but I'm pretty sure they're in. I think it was just rides are an issue, but I said, I've got that. I mean, I'm off. So that if that was an issue, that's not. So
Okay.
basically, what is the difference in the cost? So one would be what and one would be what? Like the South Lake place would be what total a month?
Um,
Because it was 675, I think, in the
Yeah, it'd be
original.
6:30.
Okay. And then the other place, which
Would
is,
be 5:50.
well, it makes sense to pay them more money and have the better equipment, I would think.
Yeah.
That's just,
I mean, you know, I think so too, but I get
I'm
it.
in just the Lovatos, you know? I mean, we'll go wherever you want us to.
Okay. Well, I mean, all I have to do is say if you guys are on board, we can start as early as what is it, Monday?
Yeah.
I mean, we can start Monday and we just have to pick an hour time. I talk to Dan. We get everybody in at the same time. We get some
Well, what is Sadie's volleyball? Does she, well, no, she's not a freshman yet, so she still doesn't have, so they wouldn't have to work around our volleyball because ours is only Tuesdays and Thursdays.
okay. So, and yours is 9 to 11 or something like that?
Well, the first week, the 6th and the 8th, it's from 8 to 10 because of, I guess, gym securing the gym. And then after that, just for June, is 9 to 11 on Tuesdays and Thursdays. They're off in July, and then they start having 2 days in August, and that's
Okay.
when school. So it wouldn't even be an issue. So really, the only ones we're working around is with those couple weeks in June.
Okay. So, I mean, and it's just you, who all goes to the same school? I mean,
Brighton and the two Addies.
okay. So all four of you guys go to
Well, you
um
got Burwell, Addie Schuster, and then Brighton.
okay. All
And
go to
then
Fort Worth Christian.
Addie playing volleyball. Schuster's a soccer girl, so I don't think it'll affect her. I don't know what their soccer schedule looks like.
Okay. Um I mean, you tell me what works as the best time. I can work around it. I mean, my missus is off, for the summer, so we're doing everything with baby stuff.
Yeah. And you didn't
Um
text. I need to come squish him
yeah.
and me.
Yeah. Yeah. He just got fed. He was yeah, he's good. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I probably need to text the other two moms, the FWC girls, and then see what works and get them locked in on time. And since you're kind of open, I don't know, probably, God, I don't know if we should work them out early before they go to volleyball because it's from 9 to 11, but we don't want them to be tired because technically it's their tryout for the whole summer. But then they have a camp in July that Addie won't be there because she'll be at church camp. So her tryout starts next Tuesday.
Okay. So,
And I don't know, like midday, if that messes you up, messes them up. I don't know. I'll have to see what they think. What
yeah,
do you,
if you I mean, my schedule, because most of the things that I'm doing outside of trying to get this gym open
yeah.
is online.
Okay.
So I do have some flexibility.
Okay.
So if it was like, hey, you want to do this class at this time, okay, and I can block the rest of my schedule around.
Well, when I send out the text, do you want me to include Michelle Lovato so that way she can weigh in too, since it'll probably be those four?
Yep,
Okay.
sounds
I
good
can
to
do.
me.
Yeah. So I'll send that out when we end this, and then hopefully I'll get something back and I'll get back to you.
Okay,
And then I'll reach out to Brad too. Can you possibly do 5?
yeah, I can. I
Okay.
can make it work. I just want to make sure that no matter what, I say that in safety because I want to make sure I give the best product that I can possibly give.
Yeah.
So if I was if I overcommitted and we got 6 girls in there and it became a cluster because
Yeah.
this, I'd be really frustrated with myself. So that's all.
Well, I just think I know you were saying 4, but if we have like we know Sadie, the two Addies, Brighton, more than likely, and then if Haley.
Works perfect. I can
Okay.
be, easily was able to do 12, 8 to 12. So
Yeah.
it's really not the number. And the only other thing that I was concerned with is just in case there was a couple baseball kids at the same time. Am I
Yeah.
going to have to fight them for, while that trainer's doing this side, I, because I'm the new guy coming in,
Yeah.
so to speak. So,
Okay. Well, then when we end this, I'll send out a text to those parents and see, and I'll include you on it. So just that way that everybody's on the same page and then we'll go
okay,
from there. Okay.
perfect.
All right.
Perfect.
Cool. All
Thank
right.
you.
Yup.
All right.
Yeah.
Bye bye.